The Gernsback, and not to bore everyone to death, I'm not a whole lot done. I've been going in with some pigments here, going back in and just doing some dirt and everything where it accumulated around the joints, everything around the feet, you know, basically up to a point, maybe a little bit on the arms and all that, and I will do some on the rifle itself. But pigments will be down to a minimum because you don't want a whole lot of dirt on them because, you know, it didn't go through a dust storm. But on the base itself, you know, I did get the grass on, which I like the very subtle turf blend here. I think it gives it a little, just gives it, you know, muted color. But now I'm into making tufts, and that's the little deals of grass that goes on right through here. Just kind of sporadic, but, you know, a little vegetation on the groundwork. And the way I do them, and there's, again, not a right or wrong way to do it. You got to get you some tall grass, and you can get light green, dark green grass. I call it dead grass. You know, man, I had that for years. You know, you always buy all that stuff. You may use it, may not. But to make the tufts, and I've seen a lot of people do it different ways. I take me some strand here, and I get it, depending on, you know, if you want them smaller or big bushels, I'll just take and squeeze it together, and I'll just cut off the ends. And then what I'll do is take some white glue and put a little drop there, put the cut off strand into the glue, and it basically will expand. And I like, I don't like, I've seen some people take these little tufts, and they'll take wire, and they'll wire around the ends there, and they'll drill holes and put it in. To me, that's too organized. I like the, you know, I like the sporadicness of the grass, because that's what grass is. I mean, it's not like you just mowed the lawn or took your weed whacker and whacked it real good, you know. But anyway, it does, it dries with the drop of white glue. It dries really good. And you can be able to move it around, you know, get different, you know, make it go one way, go another way if you want to. And then I'm going to go back in and do a little trimming, just again, some, you know, a little longer, a little shorter, you know, just because we want different styles of grass. So what I'm going to do is add probably a couple more, and then I'm going to add probably a little, just a little more vegetation, and that'll be like kind of like twigs and stuff, you know, that you would see. Because we already got basically the gravel, and then we'll go back in and put like the little twigs and everything, and then we're pretty much done with that. And then we'll go in and do some dry brushing and do some, I gotta do some airbrush work. I always like to airbrush the grass just to give it a little bit of a little post shading, and I like to give it and of course I'll seal it all with a matte varnish. But anyway, other than that, I think we're taking shape on Mr. Gernsback. Ball tank, I didn't get much done. I pretty much added a little more grass, and then I'm going to do the same thing with, I do it on the Gernsback. I'm going to add a little vegetation, and I was cleaning up good old Helga here. I got the seams on her fixed up, and I got most of her fingers cut off. And what I'll do is, once I get the tank painted and mounted, then I'll be able to mess with her later, because I got to get her just right so she can hold the barrel. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are continuing on with the ball tank, and we are adding tufts to Mr. Gernsback. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.